Hello everyone, I'm Melissa Colon and I'm your instructor in the EDUC 50 online course development class. I'd like to give you a preview of what you'll experience as an online student also developing online course materials and content. First of all, this is your class and this is where you're going to be participating as a student. Notice the menu on the the left-hand side. Right now we're on what's called the notifications dashboard page. If I scroll up a little bit, you're going to see some modules where there's going to be some information, such as if you have any messages from me or your fellow classmates. There's what's new and a to-do list. So this is what you call a notifications board that may provide some additional information. Plus what you're going to see is a video tour of the class. Now, I also use announcements on a very frequent basis. These announcements that you'll see will be here for the whole entire class, and they're going to actually list chronologically as I post them. They'll also be sent to your YCCD email. Now I want to tell you a little bit about the class. If you're an instructor, you'll be provided a dev shell, developmental shell, for you to be able to create content. This will most likely be under your regular instructor's last name, first initial, and how you log in. If you are a college student and you're taking this class, I'm going to provide some information to you that will be where you can actually log in as a student, and also you're going to have a developmental shell where you will be creating content, learning modules, lots of different activities for your online course shell, as if you were an instructor or a tutor. So anyway, we're going to have some fun with that. I'll explain more about that later. Let's do a little bit more of a tour of your class. I do want you to notice that I have a Start Here First learning module. This is really the first thing that I want you to do. You will be able to have access to the class about 5 days before the class starts. This is where I would say log in, try out the Start Here First learning module. There's lots of activities for you to complete. This is what we call a Blackboard learning module, and you're going to be creating one of these. You might not have as much content as you will see in some of mine, but this is the kind of things that you'll be developing. Pretty exciting, isn't it? You can actually go through each item sequentially, one at a time, or you will be able to jump through this table of contents. Now, I want you to see that I have a folder, and I will have a folder like this in every one of your learning modules. This is a folder that will contain all of the activities. Now, there's lots of things you'll be able to do in an online class. This happens to be an assessment, a scavenger hunt assessment. And you'll be able to practice taking an assessment before you really have one that counts. Actually, there's not too many assessments in my class other than surveys. The next thing that you might have in your activity folder is to actually provide an avatar or image up here in the Open Global Navigation menu. So I'll have some instructions for you to be able to do that. There's a lot of good reasons for you to be able to actually upload an image of yourself, because it's going to show up in all your communication tools. Here's an assignment called a storyboard assignment. Kind of gives you some planning tools to think about what you want to develop. Now again, I try to make it as easy as possible. Most of the activities are going to be inside this folder, and then there might be some activities that you perform inside your classroom as a student, and there might be a lot of activities that you actually go to your developmental shell. Let me show you what that looks like. And you actually create or build. So it's a pretty exciting class. It's really a hands-on class, and I get excited about it because you're actually applying what you're learning. So here it is. You're going to be Every one of you is going to be given a blank shell. The only thing that you're going to have in it is a Start Here First Learning Module template. But all the things that we're going to do together, you're going to build together. And by the way, I love to have virtual training sessions, and I will be having those weekly. And if you can't attend, they will be archived and recorded for you to be able to access later. The exciting thing is, if we can meet live online, you can do it from anywhere in the world, any computer that has a strong internet connection. So that's something that will be a highlight each week. And again, if you cannot attend those, I highly and strongly recommend you do, but I understand everybody's schedule is different. You will be able to see the recording. All right, so Start Here First. First thing to do, check all out the information about the class, about, oh my gosh, there's so much information in that Start Here First. Think about it as if you're walking into class for the first time and everything that your instructor tells you about wants you to know about the class, about the assignments, about the college. So it's all there. At the same time, you're going to be working in the first week's learning module. So this is a little concurrent assignment. You work with the Start Here First, and then you're also going to work with week 1. Now week 1 is what I'm going to focus in that virtual training session I was talking about, because there's a lot to learn about universal design and accessibility. So I want you to know right off the bat how to prepare documents. We're going to be creating a lesson plan. You're going to be working with the syllabus, and you might be saying right now, I'm not an instructor. I don't have a syllabus. Well, guess what? I'm going to provide a syllabus for you, and you will be able to use that syllabus and apply some universal design and accessibility techniques. And you're probably already thinking, why do I have to learn this? Well, I'm going to share with you some really important reasons why it is important for us as instructors, and even you as a student, to design perfectly accessible documents so everyone, regardless of what kind of computer they have, what kind of browser, what kind of Microsoft Office application or word processing program they have, you will be able to open it and read it. And we talk a little bit about adaptive technology. Anyway, all of your resources are going to be in this learning module. Activities to complete. Again, I try to make it as easy as possible. My philosophy about learning modules is this. Everything that you need to be successful will be in that learning module. So after week 1, you're going to have 1 learning module a week. Now here's some fun things to talk about. Communication tools. Every week you are going to participate in a threaded discussion forum. This is in lieu of what we would do normally in a face-to-face class if I was asking you some questions during a lecture. They can be very rich and thoughtful, so I think you'll like these. And then we want to hear from everyone. We want to learn from you. We learn from each other in a course like this. I have other communication tools that some are synchronous and some, which means live. Like for example, Blackboard IM is a live chat. I'm going to have a live synchronous lecture using CCC Confer. We have the discussion forums. You're going to be introduced to a wiki, which is more asynchronous. That means it's more like email where someone posts, or a threaded discussion where someone posts, and you don't have to be live and online at the same time. You can post later, read it later, so on and so forth. Then I introduce you to a lot of other communication tools just for you to be able to explore. When we talk about resources, when it comes to developing content, some of you might be at a loss. You've never designed a course, let alone ever thought about designing a course. Maybe you're not a teacher. I have lots of resources for you. And I model everything that I want you to do. I provide models. So for example, if you do not know how to put together a lesson plan, guess what I give you? I give you a lesson plan to use. In fact, you might want to check this area out because there's lots of ideas already there. And I'm one of this school of thought. Let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's share. I provide you what you need if you don't have it. You can actually use some of the models, some of the examples, some of the guidelines, rubrics that I have in this class. You are welcome to duplicate. That's what this is all about. Sharing knowledge, sharing resources, sharing information. There's a lot more resources I can talk about, but basically I wanted you to feel comfortable when you come into this class, a little bit prepared about what to expect, how we're going to be doing assignments, which I believe is going to be a very exciting hands-on, active learning type of way for you to experience not only being an online student, but also developing an online class. And I've heard from some students that have taken this, now they understand all the work that goes into developing an online class, and they have more appreciation maybe for their online instructors. And the same thing for instructors. They say, oh my gosh, now I understand how difficult it can be for students to be online students. I need to make my directions and my guidelines and my assignments very crystal clear. Well, I'm going to help you with all that. So I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to meeting you on the first day of class. Again, you will have that Wednesday before class starts, which officially we start February 23rd, you will have an opportunity to log in, probably later in the afternoon on that Wednesday, and get started with at least your Start Here First and your week 1. I like to plan ahead, so this is my way of helping you plan ahead as well. Thanks a lot. I look forward to meeting you. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate at all to email me. Thank you.